Please remain standing for the invocation. All praise to you, gracious Creator. You have gathered us in this university community to praise you by our works and our words. Bless the University of Alberta, which seeks to teach whatsoever things are true, and this faculty which strives to produce leaders and servants committed to the betterment of this world. Bless the students and professors, the non-academic staff and support staff, the administration, and all who volunteer for the University Board of Governors, Senate, and Alumni Council, and all who promote sound education in our community. We ask that those who leave here today, blessed with their degrees, may be given grace and strength to lead and serve in our global home. May we grow in wisdom and grace before you and all your people. May this university always be home of truth and wisdom, of faith and goodwill towards all. Please be seated. Good morning, and welcome to the University of Alberta on a beautiful Alberta day. My name is Ralph Young, and I have the privilege of serving as the Chancellor of the University of Alberta and representing the public interest in our university. To begin, I wish to acknowledge and honor all Indigenous peoples, including the Inuit, Métis, and First Nations of Treaty 6, and to acknowledge the traditional lands on which we are gathered today. I also wish to acknowledge and honor the immigrants from many nations whose contributions have contributed so much to our rich heritage. Our university is blessed with a diverse and inclusive culture, which is built on the legacy of all those who have come before us. Today, we pledge to uphold that legacy as we continue to pursue our motto, whatsoever things are true. On behalf of the entire community, I'm delighted to welcome you all to this convocation. We're very pleased that so many family and friends could join us as we celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates. Graduation from the University of Alberta is a significant milestone, and we're honored to share this Convocation Day with you. The tradition of convocation, which is a Latin term meaning a gathering together of all qualified degree holders in a university community, dates back almost 700 years to medieval times. Generations of scholars have walked in your footsteps. Led by our Chief Marshal and the University Mace, today's formal procession to the stage originates in the procession of the Guild of Teachers. Our university coat of arms above us includes the great horned owl, Alberta's provincial bird, the Book of Learning, the pronghorn from Alberta's coat of arms, and our own golden bear, mascot of our university. And our university motto, Caecumque Vera, Latin for whatsoever things are true, is at its foundation. As Chancellor, I wear the university green and gold with great pride and respect. The various academic gowns, hoods, and caps declare in their various designs and colors the alma maters and qualifications of the faculty who are here on stage to celebrate with you. Similarly, your academic apparel signifies to everyone here and to society your faculty and degree of proficiency as graduates. Today, each of you will cross the stage as your name is called, and that will be the most important part of our ceremony. Your degree is conferred when we congratulate you and have an opportunity to shake hands. That moment will bind you and the University of Alberta together for all time. Your family and friends are witness to that commitment. All of the history and tradition within today's ceremony is in honor of you, our graduates. And that's why we're here today, to celebrate your accomplishments. We're also privileged to welcome Dr. Patricia Clements, who has accepted our invitation to receive an Honorary Doctor of Letters. An honorary degree recognizes inspiring role models and leaders, celebrates extraordinary achievements, and recognizes remarkable service to society. Joining the celebration on the stage today is our President, Dr. Indira Samarasekera, and Mr. Barry James, Board of Governors Representative. We're also pleased that Dr. Leslie Cormack, Dean of the Faculty of Arts, and Mr. William Connor, Dean of the Faculty of Extension, are here to congratulate graduates as they cross the stage. I'm equally delighted to welcome here on stage Chancellor Emerita Linda Hughes, Board Chair Emeritus and past honorary degree recipient, the Honorable Dr. James Edwards, past honorary degree recipients, Drs. Diane Kipnis and Juliet McMaster, and graduate student, Vice President External, Alphonse Nadem Aloha. I'd also like to recognize Elder Elsie Whiskeyjack, who is here today to extend a special personal note of congratulations to our Aboriginal students as they cross the stage. We're all here to celebrate, and we very much hope that you'll enjoy the day. I'd now like to start by inviting greetings from our board, Mr. Barry James.
Eminent Chancellor, Mr. Ralph Young, President Dr. Indira Samarasekera, distinguished guests, graduands, families, and friends, I'm truly honored to be here today to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Governors of our university. Convocation is a special time when the entire university community gathers to celebrate your tremendous achievements. Indeed, we have much to celebrate, but today we especially celebrate and gather to celebrate you, the graduating class of 2015. You've achieved a level of excellence which will be forever recognized in your university degree, a University of Alberta degree. As a representative of the Board of Governors, I want to assure you that the University of Alberta remains steadfast in its pursuit of being among the world's great public universities, and our board stands united in its commitment to excellence across the entire academy. It is indeed an extraordinary time for the University of Alberta and our province. Your degree positions you to compete with the very best in the world. You're only limited by your own ambition and creativity, both of which I'm sure you have in abundance. In short, graduates, you are our pride and joy, and I know you will bring great honor to our institution as you work to solve the many challenges currently facing our city, province, country, and indeed the global community. The Board of Governors salutes you today. We hope this ceremony will be remembered as a highlight in a full and satisfying career. Remain ambitious. Remain creative in your pursuits. And please do take time today to pause, to think about this milestone in your life. Later on today, reflect on it in order to imprint the wonderful memories that you'll have from the day. Congratulations to you and your families, and our very best wishes in all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Class of 2015, come with me, if you will, on an imaginative journey. Leave pomp and circumstance for just a moment and cast your mind back to your first day at the University of Alberta. Who were you then? What hopes did you have? Did you feel a bit overwhelmed arriving on campus, a little unsure about whether you were in the right program, let alone the right building? Or did you feel like you were finally in the right place, ready to become the person you wanted to be? We all have our own University of Alberta beginning. I'll never forget one of my first days as president. I was feeling confident and excited, convinced that I was ready to take on the biggest challenge of my life. So out I went during orientation week to speak to students and to hand out some U of A goodies. Having just done the research for my interview, I was keen to see what they knew about their university. When was the U of A founded? I asked one bright-eyed student. 1779, he responded with great certainty. I suggested he try a history course. I asked another student, who was the first president of the U of A? I received a blank look. After a few seconds, the student said, "And who are you?" I asked, "Who do you think I am?" Her face brightened and she said, "You must be the student union president." How flattering to be mistaken for a 20-year-old. But I knew right then that I had work to do. Having the title of president was one thing. Becoming a leader she could respect and recognize, that I would have to earn. And so my own U of A education began. Today we celebrate that educational journey that you and I began on that first day. The U of A has taught me more than I thought possible. I hope you feel the same. In past years, I've had to rely on memories of my own convocation to find the words of advice I'd like to share today. But this year, it's different. This year, after 10 years as president, I too am leaving the U of A. And like some of you, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing next. I'm even moving back in with my family. Well, to be honest, it's my daughter and her family who are moving in with me while they have house renovations done. But right about now, without a definite plan, it feels frighteningly close to moving back into the basement. Graduates, your parents are here praying that you don't do the same. So here we are, you and I, excited and apprehensive at the same time. It's been such a privilege for me to lead this great university and to see so many talented graduates cross the stage. When I reflect on the last decade, my main aim as a person and as your president has been to set myself and every student on a journey to excellence. Today is just the first stop for you on that lifetime endeavor. I believe that excellence is not merely rooted in ambition and achievement, as many people think, but in something quite different. It's not about your grade point average, nor your academic awards. In fact, it's not a goal at all. Instead, seeking excellence is a process or a way of living your life. Excellence is that point on the horizon giving you direction. I first learned this from my father, who was an ear, nose, and throat specialist in Sri Lanka. Every day, he toiled away, caring for thousands of extremely poor patients. Faced with this daily grind, my father might have chosen to treat his patients quickly, doing only what was necessary to help them out the door, without thinking deeply about their chronic illnesses. But he was a person who sought excellence in everything he did. Good enough was not in his repertoire. In my youth, he uncovered a bioelectric disturbance in the inner ear, which caused debilitating dizziness. He then devised a minor operation to treat the condition, which brought unimaginable relief to his patients. I was only a teenager, but I was struck by his passion and deep caring for his patients. His daily caring had translated into excellence. His actions remind me of a favorite quote: "Excellence can be attained if you risk more than others think is safe, care more than others think is wise, dream more than others think is practical, and expect more than others think is possible." Here at the U of A, I have continued to learn this lesson many, many times over. As you launch your careers, I would like to be able to assure you that with thoughtful planning, the journey towards excellence goes in a straight line. But it doesn't. No doubt you already know this. Life constantly surprises us, good or bad. Sometimes you can feel completely derailed by the unexpected. It's how we respond to and learn from these surprises that is our true test. Start by using the skills you've gained over your degree. Approach every problem and opportunity with both critical thinking skills and imagination. Connect the dots between ideas and people. Pay attention to the details that others may have missed. Read and do research so that you can understand the full context of the issue. Seek alternative perspectives. Yours alone will never provide a full picture. This last point is important. Your generation is often touted as the most connected generation in human history. Hard to imagine, but when I became president, social media was so new that no one really knew it existed. Communications technology has made all of our lives infinitely easier. I can send an email or text a quick instruction and get things done. But I've learned that we can sometimes mistake efficiency for quality. If Alexander Graham Bell had invented the telephone today, we would have all said, wow, I can hear the person in real time. Without face-to-face communication, which engages all 5 of our senses, technology can sometimes dehumanize and create misunderstanding. You may get things done, but you may find that you're doing them alone. As an African proverb teaches, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. I think of my father and the thousands of conversations he had with his patients. Nothing would have come of them if he hadn't been listening with his whole self. The University of Alberta has a deep and resonant spirit and purpose that injects that kind of human connection into the heart of all that we do. It goes back to our first president, Henry Marshall Tory, and his call for us to be a university for the uplifting of the whole people. His call resonated in 1908, perhaps because Alberta's pioneers had risked more than others thought safe and believed that they could build a better future for themselves and others. Tory's call has grown stronger in our awareness that this particular place has a much deeper history of being a gathering place where Aboriginal peoples of many nations came together for centuries in both spiritual and economic harmony. They knew that only by caring more than others think wise can we survive and prosper. This fierce pride in community and its corresponding commitment to serve and uplift others are hardwired into the U of A. They're now a part of me, and they're now a part of you. They give our journey towards excellence a deep meaning. Graduates, each one of you has your own particular U of A story. Continue to live out that story with purpose and vision. I ask you to risk more, to care more, to dream more, and to expect more of yourself than you thought possible. And always remember, by seeking for excellence and striving to fulfill your highest potential, you can and you will become a person who uplifts others and makes the human community better for all. My warmest congratulations to all of you and good luck. Thank you.
Knowledge shall not be the concern of scholars alone. The uplifting of the whole people shall be its final goal.
They inspire us all with their brilliance, creative force, and fervent desire to make the world a better place.
I accept in the name of our poor people.
Dream your dreams. it is possible to have a new kind of world.
Those who receive an honorary degree from the University of Alberta set the highest standards of dedication and excellence for students and for society at large.
You will always find it, your own courage or theirs, in the eyes of the other.
Go where there's no path and leave a trail for someone else.
And while their backgrounds and fields of endeavor vary widely, all are exceptional.
Maybe it's best if I just speak from the heart.
I will remember you. Will you remember me?
We face today a clash of ignorances.
You are who make the history. You are who create the future.
U of A honorary degree recipients embody the university's vision to inspire the human spirit through outstanding achievements in learning, discovery, and citizenship in a creative community.
I think we are now in the threshold of a new beginning.
It is a spirit that is building one of the world's great universities for the public good.
It is your attitude that will sustain you. It is not what happens to you, it is what you do with it.
Travel well, travel without prejudice, live long and prosper.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University of Alberta, I am honored to introduce Patricia Dawn Clements for the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters. Pat Clements has spent her life promoting causes she passionately believes in: the importance of the arts to the academy and to the wider community, the place of women in the university, both as professors and leaders, the cutting-edge possibilities of digital humanities, and the joy and excitement of English literature. Pat Clements was the first woman dean of the Faculty of Arts at the University of Alberta, serving from 1989 to 1999. A brilliant advocate for the power of arts to transform students and society, Pat's campaign, "Put your BA on your business card," challenged business leaders to see the importance of the foundational work of arts in creating the engaged and productive citizens so necessary to our social, cultural, and economic world. As elected president of the Federation for the Humanities and Social Sciences, Pat Clements launched the first fundraising efforts for the Federation and took her advocacy for arts nationwide. A lifelong advocate for women in the academy, she continues to champion excellence in a merit-based competition. An internationally recognized researcher, as founding director of the Orlando Project, which is an online database of 8 million words of newly researched knowledge about British women's writing over hundreds of years, she ensured the University of Alberta was at the forefront of the revolution in humanities computing, a field that has exploded in the past 20 years. At heart, Dr. Clements is first and foremost a teacher. Her deep reading and relentless questioning of literature and life in the classroom has inspired many. One former student, today a novelist and new media pioneer, describes her legacy very vividly. In his words, he said, "Pat's classes bristled with energy. She would pick up ideas like matches, one after another, strike them, and toss them around the classroom, looking for one to catch fire. She had a masterful sense of when she needed to lecture to provide context or spark a conversation, and when she could stand back and let the students have the explorer's thrill of making their own discoveries and connections." Pat Clements continues to teach us about the power of words and ideas to shape an education, a career, a community, and a country. Today, we honor her inspiring vision and her leadership. Eminent Chancellor, with great pride and respect, I present Patricia Dawn Clements.
Patricia Dawn Clements, in recognition of visionary leadership in the humanities and outstanding contributions to literary scholarship and equity for women in the Academy, I desire to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters and to express the hope that we shall continue to be enriched by your wise counsel for many years to come. Congratulations.
Ralph, thank you so much.
If I had only one word in my vocabulary, and I warn you, I have more than that, it would be thank you. Nothing could move me more, Eminent Chancellor, Madam President, Board Chair, Board Representative, Dean Cormack, colleagues, friends, and graduates. Nothing could move me more than this degree from my own university. And graduates, I am thrilled to receive this degree along with you. I first stood on this stage for my own Bachelor of Arts degree more than 50 years ago. I checked the facts, it is the case, more than 50 years ago. So, class of 2015, greetings from the class of 1964. Warmest congratulations on the degrees you have earned and are receiving today. My debt of gratitude to this university is profound. Its wonderfully taught BA in English opened my mind and utterly changed my life. It gave me the joy of teaching and research in a department of English that was on its way to becoming one of the very best in the world. Its Faculty of Arts gave me the privilege of serving as its dean, and so of working with colleagues across the whole range of the humanities, the social sciences, and the fine arts. I accept this honor today with deep gratitude to Dean Cormack and the Senate, and to my teachers, and to my colleagues, and to my students. And on this symbolic occasion, I want also to express gratitude to the generations of Albertans who built this university and who for more than a century have sustained its commitment to excellence. I'm here today because of great good luck and a policy shift in Canadian government. When I graduated from McClurg School in Wilkie, Saskatchewan, university wasn't considered really an option for someone like me. I did a year of teacher training in Saskatoon and started teaching grade 5, which, by the way, I liked quite a lot. But my teaching certificate required the completion of 5 courses in education. The great good luck occurred when my aunt and uncle, living just a few blocks from the U of A campus, suggested that I stay with them and do the education courses here. I did that. And somewhere between physics and philosophy, more in the direction of philosophy, I fell in love with the arts. I switched to honors English. My experience in arts was wonderful, even though I had an English class at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. You see how much things have improved. The great University of Alberta profs, including Wilfred and Sheila Watson, Henry Kreisel and Manuel Fauché, opened for me the riches of literatures in English and French and the wide world of cultural difference. And they taught me how to read critically and creatively, how to think and how to write. I wish all students, I think this often, I wish all students could have the mind-opening experience that I had here. My BA took me to the University of Toronto, then to France for a year, then to doctoral studies at Oxford University. At Toronto, I took a graduate seminar with English prof Marshall Mcluhan. a visionary who understood the profound changes that communications technology would bring to our lives. The talk in that class, which was supposed to be about modern poetry, the talk in the class actually was all about electric words, the medium being the message, the global village. Now, with the internet, which Mcluhan predicted but did not see, the global village is where we live and work. I couldn't have imagined then that electric words would later become a research challenge for the Orlando project, which I have had the privilege to be part of creating over the last 20 years, in which literary scholars and computing scientists boldly went where neither discipline had gone before. Now our electronic history of women's writing is in its 9th year of online publication with Cambridge University Press. My entry into the world of lifelong learning, of course, was more than just an individual case of good luck. It was a matter of public policy. It wasn't exactly that the Canadian government actually passed a bill saying, oh, all right then, let's let Pat go to university. But by late 1950s, the federal government saw the tsunami of baby boomers coming behind me and realized that this enormous surge in population meant they had to help the provinces develop higher education and research capacity that would be desperately needed down the road. 19 new universities were built, the number of faculty more than tripled, and full-time university enrollment doubled and doubled again between 1955 and 1969. Women's participation increased dramatically. The post-secondary education initiative was an enormous success. It allowed people like me to get a university education. It gave me a life I never dreamed possible, and it did so for thousands of Canadians. It transformed the labor market, too, as newly qualified women entered the workforce. These changes, which opened doors and transformed lives, depended heavily on faculties of arts and science. But now I have a concern. The liberal arts are under attack. In Alberta, government budget cuts have reduced capacity year after year, even in areas of outstanding excellence. In addition to that, there has been a lot of ill-informed nonsense talk about arts graduates and jobs. Arts graduates don't get jobs, do they? Not good ones. What can you do with an arts degree? This is urban myth, contradicted by all evidence, by every serious study. An arts degree, that parchment you will have in your hands today, is in fact a very valuable passport to an enriched and successful life. Recent research by economists at the universities of Montreal and British Columbia found that the financial value of a degree is continually increasing. A Canadian with a BA now earns 40% more than a Canadian with high school diploma. Other Canadian economists have found that the return on your investment in university tuition equals 20% a year for men, 25% for women. That's more than I ever earned on the stock market. Last week, the British Council reported the results of a new study on the educational background of international leaders in public, private, and non-profit organizations. Just listen. The survey studied nearly 2,000 leaders in 30 countries. The findings are these. Fully 44% of the leaders had training in the social sciences and 11 in the humanities. In other words, a solid majority of 55% of those leaders have degrees in traditional liberal arts fields. The Council said the survey shows the flaw of assuming that everyone should study professionally oriented subjects. The world needs leaders who can handle complexity and give diverse perspectives, it said, adding that people with academic training that encourages them to explore the human dimensions behind empirical data belong to those who have become leaders. So, do arts graduates get good jobs? You bet your life they do. The BA is productively employed everywhere in our society, our culture and our economy. It's in business and government, it's in the fine arts, it's in law offices, it's in the judiciary. It's the foundation for informed debate on public policy, a major presence in corporate and volunteer boardrooms, as well as in creative and educational institutions. The BA is not always where you expect it to be. I was surprised when I learned that David Suzuki, for instance, eminent Canadian scientist, says that the best part of his education was the BA that began it. A good BA program develops not only creative people, the inventors of ideas, processes, and things, but also independent thinkers who will not consume without question what hype and hypermarketing feeds to them, who are able to assess and review attitudes of other people and their own. David Suzuki is not just a conveyor of information. He's not just a TV voice. His is a critical voice, the voice of a man who has intellectual confidence to think against the system. Careers in the liberal arts are built on the study of what makes us human and of what Northrop Frye called the educated imagination: creativity, critical thinking, intellectual independence, sympathetic imagination. University of Alberta graduates with BAs and MAs and PhDs in arts are making a difference in this rapidly changing world. They are providing leadership, telling difficult truths, acting with courage, finding new ways of doing things. Today, I am thinking of just 3 U of A grads who have an impact on the world every day. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Canada, Beverly Mcluhan, who has a BA and MA in philosophy. Our Mayor, Don Iverson, who has a BA in political science. Edmonton Journal columnist, Paula Simons, who has a BA in English. What can you do with an arts degree? What can you do with an arts degree? Just about anything you want to do. You can, and I'm sure you will, change the world. Dear graduates, I wish you challenge and fulfillment and joy. And as for advice, be yourself, follow your passion, continue to learn. And the next time somebody asks you what you can do with your BA, why not suggest they ask Rachel Notley what she's doing with hers?
Dr. Clements, thank you for that very inspiring address. You talked about how great good luck brought you to Edmonton, and I can assure you it's our great good luck that you came to our great city, graduated 51 years ago, and also have taught our graduates what you can do with an arts degree. She's perhaps the best example of the examples that were given. Thank you, Dr. Clements. Please sign our honorary roll. Dr. Clements is now, again, after 51 years, another honorary alumni. Congratulations. And now, graduates, it's your turn. As the name of each graduate is called across the stage, I will formally admit you to the degrees to which you're entitled and have an opportunity to congratulate you. On your journey across the stage, you will also walk past the University of Alberta ceremonial mace. Centuries ago, the mace was a symbol of authority for political, military, and academic occasions. Today, our mace represents the life-changing power of knowledge and the importance of our university and our graduates to society. Look forward to meeting you on stage.
Could the candidates for degrees please rise and follow on page 4 of the Convocation program? Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you these scholars and ask that they be pledged and admitted to the degrees to which they are entitled.
Do you promise faithfully to observe and loyally to maintain the statutes, customs, privileges, and liberties of this, your university? Do you solemnly promise to conduct yourself in all things loyally and faithfully to the honor of your university, the encouragement of learning, and the good of your country? These things.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province and with the consent of this university, I admit you to the degrees to which you're entitled and invest with you all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining to such degrees. I charge you to use them for the uplifting of the whole people, to inspire the human spirit, and for all who believe to serve your God, and to pursue more steadfastly whatsoever things are true. Please be seated.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Leslie Cormack, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Arts. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Mustafa Abendinefard. Walim Babatunde Alausa. Angela Lynn Burkich. Christopher Douglas Cox. Megan Jennifer Hyatt. Douglas Inglis. Thea Luig. Heather Simone McLeod. Derek Bristed Mason. Olumide Peter Ogudipe. Vincent Joseph Poretta. Ian Douglas Wilson. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Arts, Sean Christopher Brown. Jeffrey Aiden Abel. David James Bruce Gilbert. Reed Jordan Graham. Tia Aisha Lalani. Devon Elise McPhalen Lemire. Duncan Lamont Peck. Peng Q. Joyce Mo Yin Yu. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Fine Arts, Emily Ann Michelle St. Hilaire. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honors, Recipient of the Dr. John Mcdonald Medal in Arts and the S.W. Field Prize in History, Charlotte Anna Force with first-class honors.
Charlotte Force is this year's recipient of the Dr. John Mcdonald Medal in Arts, given by the Faculty of Arts to the graduating student that has shown the highest distinction in scholarship in the BA Honours program. This award was endowed in the memory of Dr. John Mcdonald, a former chair of the Department of Philosophy and Psychology and a former dean of the Faculty of Arts and Science. Charlotte excelled throughout her undergraduate program, finishing first in her class and receiving such academic awards as the Louise McKinney Post-Secondary Scholarship and the Barbara Fraser Memorial Prize. While completing her Bachelor of Arts with honors in history, Charlotte demonstrated a passion for writing through her university extracurricular and volunteer activities. She was a blogger and arts writer with The Gateway, a writer for the Faculty of Arts blog, and a senior reviewer for the Constellations Undergraduate History Journal. Please join me in congratulating Charlotte. Well done. Congratulations. So what's next for you? Oh, good for you. Enjoy.
Keisha Armand with first-class honors. Dylan Raymond Bernhard with first-class honors. Recipient of the Anthropology Graduating Scholarship, Jocelyn Ann Bayer with first-class honors. Meredith Kathleen Taylor Comba with first-class honors. Elizabeth Violet Jessica Sitko. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Arts with Honors and Certificate in Finance, recipient of the Duncan Alexander McGibbon Medal in Economics, an Alison White Faculty of Arts Honors Prize, and a Catherine McLean Scholarship in Arts, Lando with first-class honors. Rhea Shale Ann Evans with first-class honors. Luthfia Hope Frisky with first-class honors. Jit Preston Fung with first-class honors. Galvin John David Harrigan with first-class honors. Receiving today both his Bachelor of Arts with Honors and Certificate in European Studies, Conrad Quinn Leibel. Daniel John Letcher with first-class honors. Kun Kun Lee with first-class honors. Sia Lee. Keely Page Morrow with first-class honors. Hong Ti Nguyen Sears. Jennifer Amy Plekash with first-class honors. Recipient of the Sarah Nettie Christie Prize in English, the Rutherford Memorial Medal in English, and an Alison White Faculty of Arts Honors Prize, Marisha Helena Wojcik with first-class honors. Michael John Harry Woolley with first-class honors.
Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Amoryakni Amorlaya Ade Amor. Anis Adira Binti Akmar. Receiving today both his Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in International Learning, Daniel Antonio Alvarado with distinction. Derek Robert Ames. Kathleen Elaine Messier Antonakis. Justin Lloyd Arnold. Jennifer Lisa Danielle Austin. Yang Bai. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in Community Engagement and Service Learning, Shanna Marie Barros with distinction. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in International Learning, Katie Mora Barty. Jessica Maddie Bell. Carl Patrick Sigmund Benke. Heather Melanie Elizabeth Burbank. Amy Kathleen Bernard. Andrew John Booth. Anna Louise Bornick with distinction. Angela Marybeth Boyer. Natasha Maria Brox with distinction. Joshua Edmund Brown. Kenzie Nicole Bunting with distinction. Richard Scott Bursey. Devin Marie Caldwell with distinction. Danielle Kathleen Collin. Jermel Parish Campbell. Danielle Jane Carlson. Eamon Carroll. Joy Chahal. Nicole Loretta Shalifu. Brianne Mary Alice Chambers with distinction. Bo Chao Chen. Chen San. Shao Chen. Zhao Yi Chen. Rui Cheng. Jian Shi Qi. Wei Qi. Sarah Yuanting Chung with distinction. Sarah Jane Como. Stacy Colleen Cook. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in International Learning, Reagan Frances Coyne. I'm sorry, Regan Frances Coyne. Jared Davies. Erin Saris Dearden with distinction. Luting Deng. Mitchell William Dexter with distinction. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in Computer Game Development, Christina Lee Drozdiak with distinction. Jacqueline Michelle Duff. Jaslyn Camille Dunger with distinction. Chen Feng. Jacqueline Dawn Flata with distinction. Samantha Marie Fraughton. Ray Fu. Jenna Gambier. Ashley Brianne Gandy. John Renzo Villa Garcia with distinction. Elisa Julie Garrett. David Alexander Patrick Garrett. Xin Gang. Jessica Rose Jingara. Jessica Alexandra Glover with distinction. Vanessa Sarah Gomez. Wei Fan Gong. Stella Lawrence Gore. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in Community Engagement and Service Learning, Paige Jillian Gorsak with distinction. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in International Learning, Zoe Eleanor Carey Gould with distinction. Receiving today her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in International Learning, Christina Lynn Hatchie. Erin Elizabeth Hammond. Shelby Lynn Julie Hamp. Sarah Catherine Hansen with distinction. Virginia Marie Harrison. Brianna Rita Hatt. Evan Hogue. Caitlin Louise Hemphill. Kristen Michelle Himstra with distinction. Recipient of the Prairie Historical Medal, Katrina Mary Hoven with distinction. Daniel Patrick Howitt with distinction. Denju Hu. Dongming Hu. Jirong Hu. Jingyu Huang. Yalin Huang. Lacey Mary Clarissa Huckalak. Taryn Brianne Idarola. Deidre Adele Jacobs. Recipient of the Faculty of Arts Outstanding Achievement Medal, Megan Elizabeth Jerry with distinction. Bunxiang. Wenshuo Zhang. Mozu Zhao. Chen Chen Jin. Jiao Jin. Fei Ju. Kendra Youngkind. David Andrew Just. Sarah Kalim. Zoe Elizabeth Carson Kane. Emily Rose Keating. Nicholas John Keating with distinction. John Alexander Charles Kennedy. Ariel Emmeline Knecht. Glenn Robert Dale Knutson. Wai Ho Ko. Yara Jane Kodersha with distinction. Tessa Nicole Corby. Amy Lynn Kowalchuk. Kristen Michelle LaGrange. Rebecca Jean LaGrange with distinction. Rebecca Catherine Laird Smith. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in International Learning, Alice Lamb with distinction. Kit Ying Lam. Jeffrey Donald La Rochelle. Receiving today both a Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in Translation Studies, Christian Martin Lobman. Recipient of the William C. Wonders Medal in Geography, Stéphane Marcel Lavoie with distinction. Marie-Hélène Leclerc. Oi Lai Leong. Kelvin Kayin Lee. Xiaowei Li. Shino Li. Allison Michelle Lilly. Chen Lin. Zhang Nan Lu. Qinru Liu. Xu Qin Liu. Yihue Liu. Robin Ashley Locke with distinction. Stephen Luo. Luan Liu with distinction. Jalu Ma. Robert Duncan Buchanan McMillan with distinction. Laura Renee Maloff. Nicole Marie McCoy. Jody Nicole McRobbie with distinction. Shanshan Mei. Kelsey Blair Miller. Kathleen Grace Amy Miller. Zulfia Mirzueva. Andrew Layton Moore with distinction. Catherine Julie Cecilia Moore with distinction. Charlotte Teresa Morgan with distinction. Catherine Mackenzie Linders Murphy with distinction. Maurice Ndilu Kiese. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in Finance, Huang Ti Ni Win with distinction. Patrick Win. Patrick Min Win. Lin Dun New. Sonia Faye Nowicki. David Joseph Niffler. Pawan Ode. Omohefe Ogolo. Sean Cyril O'Keefe. Sophia Ortiz. Sean Philip Owen. Spencer Arthur Douglas Passman. Anna Silkin Peacock. Receiving today both his Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in Translation Studies, Yinyan Peng. Hollyann Hope Pickering with distinction. Matthew James Punyi with distinction. Menglin Shin. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in the Economics and Management of Natural Resources, Energy, and the Environment, Zarnab Rahim. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in Finance, Bishwan Ran with distinction. Monica Ruth. Yara Saye. Jackson Laird Epsawatsky with distinction. Alexandra Victoria Shane. Michaela Schroeder with distinction. Courtney Marie Schultz. Andrew Joseph Seal with distinction. Christy Ray Siebert. Christy May Madeline Seville. Sitong Shao. Yu Ying Shi. Elise Ann Shillington. Rebecca Rose Short with distinction. Patricia Ruth Seifert. Receiving today the Chinese Graduates Association of Alberta Graduating Scholarship and her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in Translation Studies, Carrie Lynn Sluchinsky with distinction. Robin Wendy Smart. Tamar Yada Suzette Smith. Megan Feliansoon with distinction. She is receiving today both her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in Translation Studies. Receiving today both his Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in International Learning, Jonathan Jacob Bernard Spanner with distinction.
Tessa Julia St. Arnaud. Julian James Gregory Behrens Stamer. Stephanie Lauren Stefanek. Melia Kathleen Stewart with distinction. Melia is receiving today both her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in the Economics and Management of Natural Resources, Energy, and the Environment. David Irving Sutton with distinction. Eric Tang. Kendra Michelle Thevena with distinction. Daniela Christine Tintinalia. Sarah Hannah Angela Toke. Jane Kamjing Trainer with distinction. Paige Elizabeth Vines. Hanif Verani. Gervine Verdi. Dion Johannes Volchnek. Crystal Ann Waldrum. Deanna Caitlin Walker. Peng Wang. Julie Isabel Ward with distinction. Megan Miriam Westra. Anton Johan Wirenga with distinction. Alana Jean Euler Willerton. Glenda Karen Williams. Taylor Ashley Wilson with distinction. Lauren Elizabeth Milne Wilasachuk. Calvin Ho Chung Wong. Dustin Paul Wozniak. Wei Jing Wu. Yunying Wu. Li Xing. Di Shu. Chen Chu. Yating Yung. Bo Tao Yang. Louis Yang. Xinyang. Xiang Yao. Anson Man San Yao. Ivan Ha Yip Yan. Hao Yu. Yan Yu. Michael Stephen pardon me, I'll try again, Michael. Michael Stephen Davis Zahara. Jordan William Grant Zapernick. Bo Yuan Zhang. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in Translation Studies, Xiu Yao Zhang. Wei Hang Zhao. Xiao Yi Zhu. Brittany Erin Zorb. Receiving today her Bachelor of Arts and Certificate in Computer Game Development, Michelle Alexandra Zupet, with distinction. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Art and Design, Megan Evelyn Yanis Jahamani, with distinction. Skylar Jade Hoffus. Jessica Hong. Leanne Catherine Johnston, with distinction. Ronald Nil Baluet Laschetti. Anna Daniela Miklas, with distinction. Emmanuel Obinamaka Asahor, with distinction. Claire Elizabeth Otto. Leanne Michelle Snellen, with distinction. Kirsty Elizabeth Templeton Davidge, with distinction. Ying Yu. Patricia Zatonsky. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Design, Chris Richard Brote, with distinction. Anne-Marie Brown. Xing Chen. Jamie Elizabeth Clanahan. Bradley Michael Comis, with distinction. Alexa Louise Goosey, with distinction. Brooke Henry. Bianca Ho. Jen Su Su. Stephanie Marie Tsinwe Husu, with distinction. Mark Andrew Lafond, with distinction. Fren Ma. Sophie Anne Maisonneuve, with distinction. Carson Lee Eric Mitchell. Brendan Molloy. Amanda Haley Nogier. Adam Joseph Nunn. Sébastien Sauvé-Hoover. Linda Jane Stewart. Carson Glenn Tarnaski. Kimberly Darla Vanderhelm, with distinction. Jun Wang. Katrina Marie Whiteman with distinction. Shinjin Zhou. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Drama, Hunter Cardinal with distinction. Chris Martin James Chellick with distinction. Natalie Jean Davidson with distinction. Bobby Goddard. Lori Yvonne Green with distinction. Nicole Ray Hulowski with distinction. Feng Yi Zhang with distinction. It's okay, Maxwell, we'll wait. That is Maxwell Theodore LeBoeuf with distinction.
So it's Yarmila Donna Gabrielle.
Yarmila Donna Gabrielle Lilly with distinction. Andrea Murphy. Dylan Parsons with distinction. Mattia Anthony Poulain. Zavonimir Rock with distinction. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Environmental Studies, receiving today both his Bachelor of Arts in Environmental Studies and Certificate in Sustainability, Mark Robert Baxter. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor William Connor, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Extension. For the degree of Master of Arts in Communications and Technology, Nora Joan Botkin. Judith Ann Dick. And Jennifer Lee Ann Jukley.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you the remaining scholars whose names appear in the Convocation program, but who are not in attendance.
Wow, what a great morning. Today is a proud moment for the University of Alberta. In total, we will graduate 6,649 students at the convocation ceremonies held this spring. Today, we also welcome back Dr. Patricia Clements into our great University of Alberta community. Pat, it is such an honor. such an honor for us to honor you today for your extraordinary contributions to the University of Alberta. And let me say personally, my warmest thanks to you for your friendship and your wise counsel over the years, and all the very best to you. Congratulations again. Loved your speech, by the way. It was extraordinary. I think I'm going to go get a BA. Graduates, you are now part of the U of A's family of more than 270,000 living alumni. Your U of A degree can never be dissolved. Think of our school colors, green and gold. Gold is a precious metal that withstands the ravages of time. It can be molded into any shape, stretched into a fine thread, and still retain its fundamental qualities. Green, on the other hand, is a symbol of growth and change, of new beginnings. Taken together, green and gold encapsulate what I hope your education means to you. I hope it's a permanent and enriching feature of your life, as well as an important source of lifelong personal and professional growth. Graduates, it's now your turn to get up, turn around, and give a huge round of applause to the people who supported you through it all, your parents, or siblings, for some of you, your spouses, your children. Let's say thank you. Okay, now that I have you all back with us, it's time to turn our attention to the final part of today's ceremony. Before we formally induct all of you into the University of Alberta Alumni Association, we want to remind you of the journey you've been on to get to this ceremony with the presentation of a special video montage. The song that accompanies the video, Je te retrouve, or I Remember You, was commissioned by Campus Saint-Jean in celebration of the university's centenary in 2008 and is performed by Chorale Saint-Jean under the direction of Laurier Fagnon. It was composed by Professor Emeritus Dr. Franz Levermier-Guimet and arranged by U of A alumnus Dr. Alan Bevan, captures the hopefulness and potential of days spent at the university. I hope the images that will accompany the song show some of your own particular story and bring back fond memories of your time spent here. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Eminent Chancellor, my name is Nikki Van Dusen, BA, and it is my honor to welcome you and officially induct you into the University of Alberta Alumni Association. Among your alumni family are a Prime Minister, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and a Nobel laureate, as well as many other outstanding business leaders, artists, educators, and humanitarians around the world. Alumni all dedicated to uplifting the whole people. A century ago, a group of graduates from the University of Alberta came together in the belief that they could do more together than they could separately. For more than 100 years, alumni like us have been doing great things. Bienvenue à notre famille mondiale. Graduates, will you please stand? As a new ambassador for the University of Alberta, I call upon you to use the knowledge you have gained here for the betterment of yourselves and others. I call upon you to maintain a lifelong connection with your university. As an alumnus of the U of A, be proud of your degree and fellow alumni. Nurture lifelong friendships cultivated on this campus. Celebrate our university's many successes and recommend it to others. Take part in your alumni association's many activities and events. You are officially a lifetime member of a powerful worldwide network of friends and colleagues. On behalf of all alumni, I am very pleased to welcome you to the University of Alberta Alumni Association. Félicitations et bonne chance. Congratulations and best wishes on all your future endeavors. Please be seated.
Thank you, Nikki. Now, a few final words to our graduates. All of us on the stage today commend you on your determination and your achievements to reach this convocation. Our honorary degree recipient has shown us an outstanding example of what you can accomplish with a BA. You can lead one of the great faculties on this university, and you can create one of the great universities in this country. Thank you again, Dr. Clements. Accepting this honorary degree, you have brought great honor to our university. Now, graduates, the world is open for you to be leaders, following the example of Dr. Clements. On your behalf, I wish to thank our superb vocalist, Ms. Allie Kerrigan, and our outstanding Convocation band under the direction of Dr. Thomas Dust. Now, a few more final thank yous. Thank you, graduates, for coming. Thank you for taking on the responsibility of a university graduate. Thank you for joining our alumni family. I'm now pleased to invite everyone to join us in the main floor and first balcony lobbies for refreshments and fellowship. So graduates, may your dreams take you far, but may you always stay close to your alma mater, the University of Alberta. Enjoy your celebration.
His honor, please.